strung out on compliments over my accomplishments.
Coming in my jet, coming across that, like I'm investing in just changing people's lives, and that's what motivates me, that's what drives me, puts a smile on my face, because what good is all this money to have on my phone? That I'm up 200 grand right now, but I can't have a bunch of people smiling in the picture with me while they're also up profit just like I am. What good is it?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon from where you are in the world. So I want to give a big warm welcome to everybody here to the Trading in the Blindspot event. Now, this is a masterclass that I have been anticipating for quite some time, and I'm very excited to present this class. Now, before we get started, I am in a different type of production than what I normally do. I wanted to take things a bit more serious with such a powerful tool that I have created alongside with my team. So before I get started, I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Can you guys hear me? Can you guys see me well? Is my internet good? Let me check the chat over here. If you guys could hear me, type 1. If you could also see me and hear me, type 1. If not, type 2. Trading in the Blind Spot. People here from Minnesota. A lot of people from India. What's going on, guys? Type 1 if you can hear me. Type 2 if you cannot. Okay, perfect. Perfect. We got a bunch of ones, so we're in the clear. So first of all, I want to give a big congratulations to everybody for being here today. Give you guys a round of applause, a big applaud on your back as well for being here today, because this is a step that I have decided to take into revolutionizing trading and adding tools to make you have an advantage over the markets. So before I get started, I want to know a little bit more about you. Where are you guys from? What's the main reason why you're here, and why are you even part of this event? Do you want to see what Athena is about? Are you just curious? Are you a beginner trader? And how long have you known me for? You just find out about me through the Super Bowl, through the Bugatti, or you've just been a person part of the community for quite some time. So I want to know a little bit more about you guys. So tell me in the chat where you guys are from and your reasoning to be here. Lithuania, India, we have people from all parts of the world. So I know it might be the morning or afternoon for some people. Thank you guys for being here today. My reason is I want to become a profitable trader. I'm curious on what this is. I want to know exactly how Athena works, how it will prevent me to avoid losses. Okay, we're going to get to all of that right now. I found out who you were about the Super Bowl. Beautiful. Now, today, I'm going to be walking every single one of you guys through the exact system that turns unprofitable traders into consistently profitable traders. Now, this is a very powerful tool that needs to be used correctly. And this tool was so powerful that I decided to do something very bold. And that's go streak the Super Bowl and let people know across the globe, across television, that for them to make profitable trades and to actually have an advantage over the markets, you need to trade in the blind spot. And to trade in the blind spot, having this tool, Athena, will help you succeed in the markets. Now, before I get started, I want you to be fully honest with me, right? I need you to be honest. I need you to be vulnerable. It's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to say the truth. You learn in these areas. So I want you to be honest and tell me, what do you believe is stopping you from being a profitable trader right this second? What do you believe? Do you think it's risk management? Think it's how much money you have access to? Do you think it's the education and the knowledge that you have? Whatever you think it is, let me know in the chat. I want to have a read at what you believe it is. People from Cape Town, South Africa, amazing. I believe that it's because I don't have capital. I don't have any experience. Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. It's my first time. I'm a beginner. I want to be able to actually predict the markets. I'm not profitable because I always get wicked out. I keep taking the wrong direction. Okay, so there's many different reasons as to why you believe that you're unprofitable in the markets. Now, the real problem as to why you're unprofitable in the markets, it's not because of strategy, and it's not because of how much time you've put into it. This is a false perception that traders that are experienced in the market or have had any type of experience believe as to why they are not where they want to be in the market. Now, if you've been trading for over 6 months and you still aren't consistently profitable, it's not because you're a bad trader. It's because you just don't know how to spot the good trades. Now, there's a big difference in between being a profitable trader and an unprofitable trader based off of your experience or based off of how you're spotting the trades. Because you could have experience in the market, but you're just spotting the wrong type of trades. So in today's events, in the next 90 minutes, I'm going to educate you on how to properly use a tool to be able to help you spot these trades. So I need you to be fully locked in. If you're at work, if you're at the gym, if you're driving, pull over, get off the weights, go on lunch break. I need you to be paying 100% attention and have no divided attention for the next 90 minutes so I can explain to you exactly how this is going to be revolutionary for your trading. So if you guys are ready, drop a fire in the chat. Want to make sure that we're on the same page because this is something that I personally believe that if I were to have this at the beginning of my trading journey, I would have shortened my losses, shortened my journey of being an unprofitable trader by at least half. So let's get some fires in the chat. I'm excited for this presentation that I'm going to get to you guys now. I'm just reading here the chat, getting through it, a bunch of fires. Beautiful. So here's what most people believe that they need in order to become a profitable trader. People believe they need another BS indicator added to the chart. They need more time in front of the markets and have more knowledge. But the reality of what is actually happening as to why they are not being successful traders is that they haven't mastered this one skill set. This one skill set is the reason as to why they are not making profits in the market. And it's going to keep them being an unprofitable trader. So it's not another indicator. You don't need more knowledge. You don't need another strategy. What you need to know is how to identify what is a real confluence and what is a really good trade and what is a fake confluence and what is not a good trade. That is why you are not a profitable trader. That is why you're struggling to make consistent profits in the market. And it's very simple because profitable traders and unprofitable traders execute on the exact same markets, the exact same charts, trade at the exact same levels, and execute trades on the exact same candles. So what information do profitable traders have that unprofitable traders don't have? Well, it's no new information. All they simply do is know what's real from fake. Unprofitable traders spend most of their time second guessing if the confluence that they're entering a trade is a real confluence or not. Unprofitable traders consider this to be a valid area of interest at 1 second, and then at another, they question it because it broke through and it didn't reject. Some traders that are beginners or maybe intermediate can determine if this is properly bullish or bearish because it's had a massive push to the downside and the structure shifted. Some traders can't even determine what is their correct entry signal. Is it going to be a wick, a bullish engulfing, or a morning star? And these are never-ending second-guessing questions. These are curious questions that come depending on how much you've lost in the market, how many trades you've taken that week. If you're feeling greedy, you're just always having these next questions that are curious as to why this, and you answer them yourself. Because that is going to be the worst one out of all of them. When you don't know what something is and you end up convincing yourself that it's real when it's not. That is the worst thing that traders do because they start building a habit on convincing themselves that something that they're looking at is actually real. Let's say something's bullish when it's supposed to be bearish, and they end up losing and not knowing why, because they're having the incorrect approach. They can't tell what's real from what's fake. And the reality is that that is your current situation, and you're probably not even realizing. Not even realizing because when you go execute trades, you're in a rush. You're in a rush to pay bills by the end of the month. You're in a rush to pass your prop from account before your time expires. And what ends up happening is that you are missing trades back to back due to you having the wrong analysis because you can't distinguish what is real and what is fake. And the worst part about it is you see other people on social media winning, and what ends up happening is you start chasing these wins like people on social media, and then you just turn into a gambler. You take trading as an approach to make money. You want to take a lot of risk to make a lot of money. Trading is not an approach to make money. You need to learn the skill set. Once you learn the skill set, then you will make money. If you guys agree with that, let me know in the chat down below. This guy is not live. I am 100% live, ladies and gentlemen. It is 1:12 in the afternoon, Eastern Standard Time. So yes, we are live. Let me just refresh the chat here. So yes, we are live. So do you guys agree with this? That the narrative along trading lately has turned into more of making money rather than learning a skill set and optimizing that skill set, and the money will follow. You guys agree, right? Perfect. Now, here's the truth, that it's not about being smarter, and it's not about knowing more what's going to lead you to becoming a successful trader. It's about knowing how to spot what's real and what's fake. And the reason as to why you're losing is because you're literally trading blindfolded. You can't identify what is real from fake. And I'm not just making this up. I'm taking this from real data that I have received from the Perfect Trade Checklist. So several months ago, I opened up a tool that was very humanizing when it comes to adding confluences to your trade. And 94% of the traders that use this tool failed, accumulating a total of 7.4 million in losses. Now that could be some live account, some prop firm account, even some demo accounts. But the truth is that 94% of traders failed. And this is real hardcore data that I got. And every single time that one of these traders lost, I was seeing a pattern with it. And every losing trade isn't just costing you money, because what it's reinforcing is this mindset that you have that you might not be built for this, that you might not be able to make money off of trading while others are, that others have a secret and you can't obtain this secret. Well, when others are passing prop firms, you feel like you're staying behind because you're not having these types of results. Well, that's exactly what nobody wants to talk about, because the frustration is what consumes inside of traders' mindset, and it gets them to have this self-doubt in them that they need to either learn a new strategy or just give up on trading as a whole. Now, if you've been in a position like this where you've seen others win and you have lost, say yes in the chat. I want to make sure that I understand I'm talking to the right people. Perfect. We got a lot of people from India in here. We will be in India sometime this year, 100%. Well, if you have felt identified like this before, I've got good news and I've got bad news. The bad news is very obvious. The bad news is you're not trading in the blind spot. You're not trading where the perfect trade is at. So that's the bad news. You're not even realizing the mistake that you're making. But the good news is that it's not too late for you to become a profitable trader. And the narrative that has been spun lately is most traders think that the more knowledge that you make, the more profit that you have. Now, if that was true, wouldn't the smartest people in the world always win in the markets? That's actually not the case at all. The people that make the most money in the markets are the ones that know how to filter what is real from what is fake. And I'm really emphasizing on this because this is very important. The markets have an abundance amount of information, and if you know how to filter what's real from what's not, you have an edge over the market. So there's two types of traders in the markets. There's information traders and there's filtration traders. Now, these are two completely different types of traders, and they both make money in the markets. Information traders are traders that have many indicators, many types of strategies, add a bunch of extra confirmations, and trade more. And then you have filtration traders, which they remove the noise, eliminate weak setups, trade less, and protect capital. Now, both of these traders can be profitable in the markets. Both of them can make money, both of them can lose money, but they're very different approach. One of them looks for more quantity, to have many reasons to enter many opportunities. Other looks to take quality and have the less amount of trades possible. Now, I have a question for you. Which one do you believe that will survive the longest? The information trader or the filtration trader? And I have the facts behind this because I have the data from the Perfect Trade Checklist. Real hardcore data. It's not an assumption that I'm making. Which one do you believe will survive the longest? Let me know in the chat. Information, filtration, filtration. Okay. Well, what if I told you that the market doesn't reward people for knowing more? The market rewards people for having selective opportunities in the market. In a market full of abundance, 24/5 access to it, a new opportunity every single minute, the market doesn't provide the rewards that you're looking for by taking every single one of these opportunities. It's by rewarding the good opportunities and eliminating the bad ones. And that is exactly what Athena is built to do. It's built to identify the good trades and remove all of the bad trades. Athena will literally label for you what is a real confluence from what is a fake confluence, what is a good quality setup from what is a bad quality setup, and it will automatically score the trade for you right there in the spot. It takes seconds. So every single time you go enter a trade, it's already validated before you even enter it. So you don't have to second guess if a certain confluence is real or not. Now, the result of that is the most beneficial thing that any trader can have, and that's stopping your trading from being based on emotions. It's being traded on facts, a software system that does not miss. The structure does all the work for you, and you just simply have to wait and let it do it. So trading is based off of a system. And if that system is identified for you by a software, the odds of you making mistakes are a lot less. And the cool part about this is that it doesn't get tired, it doesn't make mistakes, and it doesn't trade off of emotion. It has a specific code that looks for a specific confluence, and then it will execute the analysis on the markets based off of that. So right now, I want to break down to you exactly what Athena is. So drop a fire in the chat if you guys are ready for showing exactly what Athena is. Want to make sure you guys are with me. Yes, perfect, perfect. Okay, really easy pop quiz, right? So this is probably the easiest format of showing people how much you actually know about trading. A very simple pop quiz, right? What time frame is this market? Is this time frame the weekly, the daily, the 4 hour, the 1 hour, the 30 minute, the 15 minute? What time frame is this market in right now? It's a quick pop quiz, right? You can just say it out loud at your computer or at your phone. Well, let's say that this time frame is actually the 30 minute. Okay, now what type of trade is this? Is this a swing trade? Is this a day trade? Well, it's pretty hard for you to tell because you're only looking at a specific type of picture. Now, is this trade bullish or bearish? If you'd be experienced, you would know that this market is actually bullish. The structure in this market has shifted from bearish to bullish. And is this trade a high risk trade or a low risk trade? Well, you would need a lot more information for you to accurately have this information. But let's label this trade as high risk because we don't have all the context behind it. Now, some of you might have been wrong and some of you might have been right when answering these questions. But in the event, for argument's sake, let's just state that you were right. You were right about the exact time frame, you were right about the exact type of trade, and if it was bullish or bearish, which is very difficult based off of just that image, but let's hypothetically say that you were. It'll be very difficult for you to be consistently correct if you analyze this by yourself every single time in the heat of the moment when reality kicks in. When you're feeling emotional because you've taken 2 losses, when you're having to go rush into work, when you're trying to pay a bill at the end of the day. Now, that's the main reason why traders are unprofitable, because they have so many things against them, so many things that they aren't looking at that will make them lose $1,000 on a prop firm account, on their personal account, trying to chase these wins. The way I look at a trading plan is like the functionality of a vehicle. A vehicle's purpose is very easy. It takes you from point A to point B. And what you have to do is hit the throttle, hit the brake, and drive the steering wheel. Well, there's a lot more behind the actual functionality of the vehicle. Like, look at this car. This car has an engine, transmission, turbo, exhaust, brake system, suspension, interior, air conditioning. If one of these things are incorrectly working on this vehicle, your journey to getting from point A to point B will no longer be a great journey. So if one thing is wrong in the functionality of the vehicle, the whole purpose of the vehicle is pretty much pointless. Well, that's exactly what Athena is about. And that's exactly what trading is about. Trading has many complex components that need to be working perfectly to get you from identifying a good trade to a great trade and actually having profits. So Athena identifies these perfect trade setups for you. Now, it's consisted of 3 different pillars. Your first pillar being that Athena identifies a full top-down analysis for you. Athena will do a full top-down analysis, so you don't need to do all that heavy lifting. It will identify the market high, the market low, area of interest, psychological level, what is proper weekly area of interest, what is a daily area of interest, and it will make that charting up for you. The second and most important pillar is that it will minimize and eliminate all of the emotion that goes into trading. It will do that because you don't have to second guess if what you're analyzing is correct or if it's not. Athena does it for you. It will confirm to you that a certain time frame is bullish, a certain time frame is bearish, it has a certain confluence, or it doesn't. So you don't have to make that mistake and you don't have to second guess it. Now, we'll take a quick pause and take a type of perception for a second. What would your results look like if you have a feature that's telling you what's a good trade from a bad trade? And that is statistically proven over the course of 73,000 traders that have built this data. What would you guys think? That you'll probably have a major advantage over the markets, right? Over time, your results will get better. Yes, it would be perfect. I'd have an advantage. Okay, perfect. Now, my computer turned off over here. Perfect. Now, the third pillar will be the strategic journaling. So this is the third pillar that Athena is consisted of. Athena is consisted of a strategic journaling based off of your decision making from what Athena has identified for you, which is beautiful because it is literally going to give you the exact reasons as to why I should go up or down. And then you make a decision around that. And then you journal your decisions around what Athena has identified. So at this point right now, I want to stop talking and I want to show you exactly what Athena is. Good. Could I get a camera? A close-up right here. Can I get a little bit closer? And to this right here. Beautiful, perfect. All right, so some of you guys might have realized, might have not realized, but I've actually had Athena with me for the last 3-4 weeks. So Athena's actually gone with me everywhere just because I think about it 24/7 and how to make it into a better product. So I've had it with me here on my wrist. So this right here is exactly what Athena will be. Athena is inside of this USB and it's gone with me everywhere. So I want to show you what Athena will actually consist of right now. Let's come over here. Let me connect it to my computer. Let me connect it here. Okay, should be good now to showcase exactly what Athena is. Okay, perfect. So this is what Athena is right now. Athena, this is the first time, by the way, we've ever shown this. This is the ultimate sneak peek. Nobody has ever seen this before, and I've been wanting to keep this very private. So this is Athena right here. So the way Athena works is you can select if you want to take a scalp trade or if you would like to take a swing trade. Scalp trading would have more of around 5 to 6 opportunities that you can find across the board from these markets a week. Swing trading, which is my preferred approach, would be anywhere from 1 to 2 trades a week. I personally just like taking trades with the higher time frames. The grades are better and I'm just more comfortable holding a position for a couple of days versus a couple of hours, but there's great opportunities in both. Now, what Athena does is it will literally chart up this chart for you. It will identify the high, the low, the daily area of interest, 4-hour area of interest, everything. So I can search up any market. It will identify the high and the low, the different areas of interest based off of very strategic coding. And at the bottom, it will grade the trade for you. It will let you know exactly what session you're in to determine if it makes sense to actually even enter this trade so late into the session. It will also give you the overall risk level, and you can write down any notes that you may want to have based off of this specific trade. If you want to wait for a daily candlestick close, whatever the case is, you can save it and you can add this market here as your favorite. So you can always come back to it and Athena will notify you once something happens in this notifications section over here. All of the confluence are automatically added for you based off of the time frame that you're in and the type of grade that it's actually being given. It does this for the scalping and the swing trading. I personally think that many of you will like the scalping feature the most because it will have a lot of setups and you guys can play with this live. But I personally like the swing setups, just what I'm personally more comfortable with, and it's meant for everybody. So here in the settings section, you can play with your settings. You can go light mode, you can go dark mode, and we're gonna be adding a lot more features to this in the upcoming weeks, but you can pretty much customize this however you like. You can overlap areas of interest. You can just strictly have one area of interest per time frame. You can change certain types of markets. It really depends on how you want to use it, and I will be educating you guys on how to use this as well. Up here to the top right corner, we have the economic calendar, which is very cool because it notifies you at the exact moment with an event that is happening for your specific pair. Now, this will be connected directly to the market that you're trading. You can go see if it's high impact, medium impact, low impact, if you want to hide the past news, if you don't. It's just a cool feature to remind you and only focus on a specific news event for the type of market that you're using. Another cool feature that I love about this is that you have preset accounts for when you're journaling your trades. You can have a prop firm account, you can have a personal account, or a flipping account. When you go hit buy or sell button, you have this reminder to where you are in the session to actually determine, hey, you know what? There's 2 hours left in New York session. Probably doesn't make sense to enter the trade here because the volume is going down. And I was just entering a trade based off of emotion. I will wait for a better session or for better confluences. So this is great to set a reminder and not make an impulse decision. So once you click on your account balance will automatically set up. your basic stop loss take profit. You can switch your risk from percentage to dollar amount, and it will automatically give you your position size here. So these are extra notes that you can write. And a very cool feature that I like the most is going to be the tag section. So this is almost like a highlight of the trade as a whole. So you can put an early entry, I was fear of missing out, I'm revenge trading, just whatever comes to your mind quickly, you can set these tags here. And when you go to your account history, it will actually represent that there so you can look at it over time. And then you pretty much just save the trade, upload your before picture, and it's gonna pop up here in the history section. Based off of the account that you have here in the history section, you can go inside of each one of these accounts, and then you can favorite your wins, your losses, and you can go back and check out your journal based on those trades. We also have your dashboard section, which to me, the most powerful section about this is going to be the average confluence per trade. So if your average confluence per trade is 50% and you're not profitable for that month, well, it makes the most sense for you to have higher graded trades. So it means you should be taking trades that have more confluences, and that's why your results will get better. So this is very powerful because it centralizes everything in one spot, and it does it automatically for you, with obviously many other cool features that will come alongside with the actual dashboard section. Next, under that, we have a leaderboard section, which we're going to be hosting internal competitions inside of Athena for the users that get Athena to see who is optimizing the tool the most. And we're going to have certain rewards in there for people that are using the tool correctly and making the most out of the tool. We want to reward you for using the tool, because the more you use the tool, the more data we have, the better we can make it. And then next we have a basic about section where you can just let the software know about yourself and your goals. And you preset your accounts here, the name for that account, the account size, and it automatically save to the account section. You can have your own journal section in here where you could write things down and how you're feeling, just everything is in the same spot. Your security, and then your performance dashboard area. And then last but not least, the actual workshop area. So when I educate you on how to use Athena, which I'll get into that in just a second, all the recordings are going to be here. It's all going to be centralized inside of Athena itself. So this is a very quick overall walkthrough of how Athena works. It charts up the trade for you, lets you know the area of interest. On a weekly time frame, it will give you a potential weekly entry with your stop loss, with your potential risk to reward. On the daily trade, it will give you the daily risk to reward, daily take profit, depending on what it believes the daily should do and the score that it gives it at that point. So you have here many different tools, many different assets across majors, minors, futures, stocks, and you can make that decision whether you want to enter to buy or sell based off of the overall grade that Athena gives you. So this is a very quick summary and a very quick overview on how Athena works. The scalping feature, like I mentioned, I think is going to be one of my favorites for the majority of the people that like taking many setups. But this has been many hours of developing. So if we can go back to the presentation. So what do you guys think? I want to read some of the chat. What do you guys think about Athena? I haven't seen your guys' feedback. What do you guys think? Is it only in Forex? No, this will work for futures, commodities. It will mainly work in these different markets, more for scalping, just based off of market placement. You can't really take a swing trade at gold at the all-time high, so you would need to take more of a scalp there. But yes, it could identify many trades for you. It puts your stop loss, puts your take profit. It gives you a projection. Yes, a very, very accurate projection. Looks solid, it's beautiful. Does it work for funded accounts? Yeah, this can work for funded accounts. It can work for personal. It's amazing, I love it. How can I get access to it? How much? Okay, let me get into that in just a second. I want you guys just to put something into perspective. Let's say, for example, that right now, Athena avoids 50% of losses, right? Just 50% of the amount of losses that you're taking right now. I want you to put that into perspective. So let's say you have a basic $20,000 account, right? You bought a $20,000 prop from account, costs $100, $200, and you risk the standard 1% per trade, and that's $200. You take 20 trades per month, which is an average on a scalper and day trader. So let's call it 20 trades a month. You have a 50% win rate, and the total losses that you've taken is 10 losses, and you've taken 10 wins. So without Athena, you've actually lost $2,000. So you spent the whole entire month recovering those 10 losses with the 10 wins that you had. If you have proper risk to reward, you will be good, but a lot of traders fail to do that because they get impatient. Now, with Athena, if you cut half of those losses, so you'll go from 10 losses to 5 losses, you save an extra $1,000 that you get to keep in your account. Where previously you could have blown your profit from account or just set yourself back so far that it would be very difficult to actually make it back, right? This is just using very simple math, right? Using a $20,000 account, a couple $100, it's accessible to everybody. So Athena just saved you $1,000 without having to add any additional profit. This is not compounding over time. This is just, it saved you $1,000 by avoiding losses, by filtering what is real from what is wrong. Now, lately I've been taking a very institutional approach and having a much bigger vision. And I like to compare this on an annual perspective now, instead of a weekly goal and a monthly goal. And I believe traders, the quicker they do that, the better results they're going to have. When you compare those $1,000 that you save over 12 months, this is $12,000 that you will save. So you would have lost this money and you would have spent much more time and much more effort gaining it back. So this is the importance of what Athena's backbone is built for. It's to make you avoid losses. And just you avoiding losses will make you more profitable because you have more money in your pocket. So you will end up eliminating bad trades, not adding more positions, and this is not increasing. Isn't that crazy? Just 50% of your losses will be completely removed. Now, if you guys agree with that, let me know, right? This is just very basic math. You're just avoiding losses, not adding any more trades or adding any more risk. Is it automated? I'm gonna explain to that in just a second. It's an amazing tool, it's perfect. All right, so Athena works, once again, for Forex, futures, crypto, and stocks. Now, it primarily is built for foreign exchange and for futures. Foreign exchange is for swing and scalping. Futures, mainly more for scalping. Crypto and stocks, mainly more for scalping, just because of the way the markets are designed. Again, designed for every type of trader, and I will educate you on how to do this. Now, a very common question that I got when I was doing the Q&As on Athena's Instagram or on my Instagram is, will Athena give me 100% win rate? Will I win every single trade from this point forward now because I have Athena? Alex said it's an amazing software where I win every single trade. Well, if you're looking to win every single trade and not have any failure, I'm sorry to say, this is not the place for you. This is not a magic AI. It's not a 100% guaranteed winning system. That doesn't exist, and I'm not here to give you false perception. That is the wrong thing to do. The correct thing to do is to have a solution on how to not take these unnecessary losses and trade with real confidence and avoid what hurts the most. What hurts the most is taking these unnecessary trades, getting these unnecessary losses that set you back, and you focus on taking the good trades. So no, it's not going to give you a 100% win rate. You're not going to win every single trade from this point forward. What it will do is that it will give you access to identifying the difference between bad and good trades. And that alone will change your results completely. Now, before I give access to Athena, I see a lot of people want to get access to Athena. I want to make something extremely clear, because I've made a mistake in the past and I learned from my mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes at every point in their life. And I want to be 100% honest, 100% transparent. I've created a very powerful product, which is Athena, and it works. But Athena alone is not enough. It's not enough to just give it your money and let it identify the perfect trade and you just hit buy or sell. It's not enough. That will not work. If that was how it worked, everybody would be gazillionaires. Now I'm going to explain to you why that's not how it works. Perfect example, and based off of real information, is the perfect trade checklist. The perfect trade checklist had 73,000 users in its first 3 months of using it. It's a free tool that I created for people to go and add these confluences manually themselves. This is a very powerful tool. And everybody, without knowing how to use the tool correctly, well, I think you already know the results of what happened. 94% of traders were unsuccessful. So I created a very powerful tool and I shared it with the people thinking that it would be an asset to them. But what ended up happening is that it created $7 million worth of losses. Not because the tool didn't work, but because people didn't know how to use it correctly. So again, this could have been prop firm accounts, this could have been personal, even some demo accounts. But the problem was that the human factor in the perfect trade checklist, it was a very manual tool and you needed to know how to use it. I believed just giving it for free would have been enough, and that would have changed traders' journey completely. But I was wrong, because I know the tool worked, and the reason as to why people failed is because they were not educated on how to use the tool. People were missing the context on how to use it. And that was the biggest mistake that I did, because people did not understand the real value behind this tool. So thanks to that data, honestly, the best thing that could have possibly happened. Because thanks to the data of those 73,000 traders, we were actually able to build Athena. Athena is built because of that data. Athena is built on thousands of hours of live trading experience. People identifying a high or low incorrectly. People placing an area of interest incorrectly and losing. An entry signal, considering it right, and then losing. So thanks to that data, we were actually able to optimize and help all of these traders for every single type of market: crypto, foreign exchange, future stocks, everything. And Athena is very powerful when it comes to all of these features. But I refuse to hand you access to this software without having the proper education on how to use it. If you don't know how to use it, it is completely pointless. Now, the simplest analogy that I can put here, why is everyone putting 6-7 in the chat? Was there 6-7 somewhere? Or is it just people being trolls? I see 6-7. I just took one glance and I see a bunch of 6-7s. 6-7? Did I say 6-7 somewhere? I thought that meme was already dead. But okay, the simplest analogy that I have onto how powerful Athena is and why the education is so important is a map. I don't know about you guys, but I'm more of an Apple Maps guy. I don't know if people like using Google Maps or Apple Maps. For me, I like Apple Maps. And for you to get from point A to point B on a new destination in a different city, let's say you want to go to Starbucks, you open up your maps and you put Starbucks. The car isn't going to drive itself. The maps isn't going to take you there. It's not going to go through the red light, stop at the stop signs. You need to know how to drive a car in order to be able to use maps correctly. So that's exactly what Athena is. Athena will guide you on how to get to the perfect trade. Now you need to know how to execute the trade and make that decision. So yes, I will give you the full guidance on how to use Athena correctly. Now, if you guys think that this is fair, let me know in the chat. I don't know why the 6-7. I think I might have said it and not even realize. But if you guys agree, let me know in the chat. I want to make sure that we're all on the same page. Okay, perfect. Okay, all right, so we all agree. So there's two paths that you could take right now. The first path is stay average, be unprofitable, and continue the manual trading approach. Or the second route that you can take is take a new wave of successful traders using software to their advantage. Being that trader that is actually going to have an automated system to identify the right trade from the wrong trade. So which one would you want to choose? I would assume you would want to go the profitable route, because Athena is built for those that actually want to optimize this new opportunity in 2026. But if you're serious about being profitable, I want to explain to you exactly what that attains. That's getting access to the Athena license. So yes, I will give you Athena. I will license you to get access to Athena, and you get the full access for the scalping, for the day trading, swing trading, all the automation where it eliminates 50% of bad trades. This within itself is an immense amount of value, but it's a very powerful tool that you need the knowledge behind it. So yes, it will automatically run and it will do everything for you. But if you don't have the proper education behind it, it's useless. So we're going to include, once you get access to Athena, a 10-day live workshop with me, where I'm going to personally be live for the next 10 days, and I'm going to educate you on how to optimize it on live markets. I'm going to educate you where exactly you should be using it, where exactly you should not be using it, and how to properly read the data that Athena is giving you. Now, this output is unique and it's new and nobody's done it before. So I need to show you how that works. So when you combine what already works with Athena, it's where the game changing is going to happen. And you can adapt yourself to how Athena works once you have the proper experience on how to do so. And no, none of these classes are pre-recorded. Everything will be live and you will have access to these recordings for the duration of your period. Now, I understand that there's different types of people and different types of journey in their trading journey right now. And some people might be at a beginner stage, some people might be at an intermediate stage. So we've actually created and added a one-on-one onboarding strategic call. This is so once you get access to Athena, one of our team members will create a very clear plan for you from day one so you are able to optimize what it's for. So you're not just alone. You don't get access to Athena and you see my recordings, talk to me in the chat. No, that's not enough. We want it for it to be a full product, something that can completely change something for you. Now, I know what some people may be thinking. What if Athena doesn't work for me? Well, if Athena doesn't work for you, which I highly doubt that it won't work for you, I have something in place for this. And if Athena, for whatever reason, doesn't work for you, I will personally give you access to Athena until you are profitable. If you don't have a profitable month in your first 6 months of your license of Athena, we will give you access until you do. That is our guarantee. We're so confident that Athena will work that if you're not profitable within the first 6 months and you don't have a profitable month, you do not have to extend anything. We will work with you until you do. Now, this is completely free, no additional costs, no hidden costs, nothing. So if you're not profitable within 30 days, if you have a 30-day window where you're profitable in your 6 months of the license, you get an extra 6 months at no cost. Now, from this moment forward, you have to either operate with structure or you can go back to guessing the markets. Now, having structure is very inexpensive because once you have structure, it's built. Now, when you're guessing, well, that's very expensive. It can literally be never ending. So I want to ask you something at this point right now. Let's say, for example, Athena prevents you from blowing one single prop from account. What is that worth to you? What is your favorite type of account? Is it a 100K account? I think that's the most famous. Is it a 50K account, 25K account? Which one is the most famous to you guys? I believe it probably will be a 100K account. I want you guys to really understand what Athena will do for you. This sounds expensive? You have no. It's going to be $1 million. It's a joke. It's not. Get into that now. So let's say if Athena saves for you a 100K account, which I believe it's roughly around $300 to $500. The real cost behind you losing an account isn't just the $300 or $500 or $700. It's the 30 days that you lost while you were taking this challenge. You actually lost the opportunity to get funded and you lost your momentum. So yes, you lost money when you blow a prop firm account, but you lose more than that. You lose momentum, you lose mental clarity, and you end up entering this negative spiral effect that pretty much has no end. So I want to make this very practical for you right now so you understand what saving yourself from taking these unnecessary losses can change completely from your journey. So if Athena prevents one single prop from account failure, which let's call it an average of $500, or let's call it 5% drawdown on a 100K account, which is even more, but we'll keep it simple to a $20,000 account. Just by saving you 50% of your losses, not even adding the good trades, this is already saving you $1,000 in one single month. Now, that one single month isn't your whole entire trading existence. You're going to save this month after month after month. Now, again, this is just saving without having any additional winning trades. And this is where the real value, once I understood it, that it completely changed for me. So it's not always about the money. It's about the actual structure and the time that is spent behind it. And Athena has well over 1,000 hours of development from multiple developers. I even learned how to code a bit from everything that I saw. Has real data from 73,000 traders from the Perfect Trade Checklist, and it works in the live market. So it helps you execute live. Now, this level of development, I have compared it to other proprietary systems. So this is what it should be valued at. Not saying it's valued at this, but this is what it should be valued at based off of other proprietary systems. Just Athena alone should be valued at $7,000 for this 6-month license. And I'm also including many other bonuses. I'm including the 10-day workshop, which should be $3,000. I'm including a one-on-one strategic call with one of my team members for $500. That should be at minimum. And all of that combined is an average of $10,000 just for this 6 months. But I cannot do that. I don't think that that's fair for you guys. So if Athena just prevents one single major mistake, it pays for yourself. Why? Because Athena will only cost $14.97. Now, $14.97, you get access to Athena for 6 months, the 10-day workshop, and a one-on-one call with one of my team members. And if in the next 6 months you don't have a profitable month, We will work with you until you do. Plain and simple. This is done so you are forced to be a successful trader. We want you to win. If you win, we win. But this is not going to be on the table for 10 days or forever. I don't really like selling software. It's my first time doing this. I like actually having a strategy behind it and collecting data. So Athena will only be available for 48 hours. So everything will be gone after 48 hours. You won't be able to get access to Athena. You won't be able to get access to the 10-day workshop or nothing that comes with it. So the link is live right now. This is the link for you to get access to Athena if you would like to get access to it. And this will only be available from 48 hours from this point on now. Bro, I'm excited. I'm ready to get in. I'm ready. 6-7. Will Athena be accessible to Africa? Yes. Correct. Yep. Hell no. Well, if you don't want access to Athena, no one's forcing you to get access to Athena. Yes, it will be available worldwide. Yes, correct. I'm getting access to it right now. I'm excited. Perfect. So I want you to really understand something, and like this is a one-time opportunity. If you don't get access in these next 48 hours, you won't get access to absolutely everything. After these next 40 hours, the checkout will be completely closed. So what questions do you guys have, if any? Is it worth getting started if I'm a beginner? Yes, we will educate you if you're a beginner on how to use it, but it's built for experienced traders. So yes, the link should be live right now in the chat to get access to Athena. The link will be live now in just a second, but it will only be for the next 48 hours. Yes, you will get access for 6 months. Correct, correct. The link isn't working. Maybe it just crashed. I think people are trying to get access to it. Let's give it a second. Is Athena made for beginners? It's designed for experienced traders that have had losses in the past, but it will actually be able to work for beginners. I personally wish that when I was a beginner, I came across something like this. And honestly, I would have probably not even understood the power of a software like this if I was just a beginner, because I would have believed that trading will be able to do it. So no, it's not AI, it's built. This is something that is created. So no, it's not an AI. How can it be part of the trading floor? Okay, I'll answer that in just a second, don't worry. Just want to get anything regarding Athena at this point. Yep, it's only a 6-month access, correct. And what happens after the 6 months? If after the 6 months you're profitable, and if you like to continue using Athena, you could. There would be an option to reinstate your license if you'd like. If not, by that time, you can continue to trade on your own. If you're not profitable after the 6 months, we will trade with you until you are profitable. So the link should be live right now in the chat, and everything should be working if you, yes, anywhere you are in the world, yes, it will work. Correct. From India, yes, it will work from India. I'm not sure the time zone in India, but I believe that it will be great. So no, it's not an AI, no AI. Why only 48 hours? Because I really want to just have the proper traders that are actually going to use Athena. And the people that take action right away are the right people, right? I don't want people that, I'll take action in 3 weeks from now, because I don't want you to get access to Athena and not use it. The software can only hold a certain amount of traders, and we calculated that within this time frame, all the traders that can hold the software will be there within that time frame, and then we can use that data to make the software even better. So our goal is to have people actually use it, not just get it and not get access to it. There's no point behind that. No, there's no giveaway. I don't know what giveaway. No, I don't plan to have this available ever again. So yes, the guarantee is if you do not have any success within your first 6 months, we will give you access to Athena until you do. So the bonuses are still live, and they will be live for the next 48 hours. So one more time, you're gonna get access to the Athena, which is valued at well over $7,000. It's cost me a lot to create this. The 10-day live workshop, which will educate you on how to use Athena, a strategic call with one of my team members, and most importantly, if you are not successful and you don't have a profitable month in 30 days, we will extend your license until you do. We will work with you until you are a profitable trader. Our goal is for you to win. Can I from Ethiopia? Yes, you can. Does it work with options? Mainly for futures. Bro, I just joined, I got access, perfect. I'm trying to read through some of the comments. They're going so fast, I can't even read them. It works with any platform? Yes, it identifies your perfect trade. Once I educate you on how to use it, it will be very, very, very effective. Can you do another 6 months after? If you'd like to, sure. But we don't plan to open up Athena again in the future. That's not our goal. Our goal is to just make it the best that we can within the community of the people inside. There's a certain amount limited of spots, but within this 48-hour window, we've calculated that it should be more than enough time to have everybody inside that we're looking for. Can you pay monthly? I believe so. I am not entirely sure. You would have to see once you go check out if it gives you that option. Does it work with Forex? It primarily works with Forex. Oh, the link crashed. I'm sure they're going to get up and running right just now. Who is the developer of the platform? I've hired multiple developers across the globe. Honestly, it was great because we had developers working around the clock. When we had people working in EST, we had people working on GST, and then we had people working in Dubai time zone. So there was people working literally around the clock for several months. I'm in Athena, I just got access. Welcome, congratulations. So this is the perceived value of Athena, and today, and for the next 48 hours, it will be only at $14.97. Simple. This will be the only cost and nothing. So these are some of the questions that I'm kind of just seeing go by very fast from the chat. And a lot of people ask, is this AI? Does this trade for me? No, it is not AI. It doesn't take trades for you. It's not a bot. It's not going to automate your execution behind the trade. It's going to let you know if the trade is a good trade or if it's a bad trade. Now, based off of that information, you make the decision if you want to enter that trade or not. You need to have experience in order for you to actually execute this. So the more experience you have, the better, because you're going to appreciate a lot, but you don't need to have advanced experience. You just need to be a serious trader to be educated on how to use it. What markets? So we already know this. We already know that it works on the foreign exchange market, the futures, crypto. The scalping feature works primarily for all the different types of markets. Under 2 hours a day, yes. So you don't really need more than 2 hours a day to really understand and optimize this as best as it can. What if I fall behind and if I don't see results? Well, if you fall behind and you aren't able to be part of the live classes, you have access to the recordings. So you can always go back and watch the recordings. And if you don't have any results, we are going to work with you until you are successful. Until you have results, we will work with you and you will have access to Athena until you do so. Is a $14.97 a subscription or a one-time? It's a one-time for 6 months and you get access to absolutely everything. How can I be part of the trading floor? So this is actually very cool because the trading floor that I created is meant to create profitable traders, and we're gonna have a big account where we're all going to manage, have very small portions of risk in it. So for you to be part of the trading floor, you don't have to be a ultra extremely profitable trader. You just need to be good. So yes, if you get access to Athena, you will have priority access to be part of the trading floor alongside with the community members. But yeah, being part of the trading floor is gonna be something very cool. We're gonna have probably 10 to 15 desks inside of there. And I believe that it's gonna be revolutionary. I've never seen anybody with a trading floor, how I plan to do it, but I believe that it will be very, very, very impactful for the new generation of traders. So yes, the link is live right now. You can click the link right there and open Q&A. How much money do I need to start? honestly, whatever you're comfortable with doing at this point, whatever you're comfortable with starting, obviously, the more you are comfortable with it in terms of not caring if you were to get into 50% drawdown of that account, that is the right amount to start. But I would say anywhere from $1,000 to $2,000 would be the correct amount to begin with. Can I join with crypto? Yes, you can lock in your spot with Athena if you would like. The website link is glitching. I think too many people are trying to get in at the same time. Yes, I'm reading through some of these questions. They're just going so fast. Thank you, I just locked in my spot. Welcome, I will see you inside. Does it have a specific strategy? Yes, it finds the best confluences to go in one direction versus the other. Make it until Friday. I can't extend until Friday. It will only be for the next 48 hours. If you don't lock in your spot for the next 48 hours, I just simply won't be able to accept you. So how much of you guys joined in? Type 1 if you guys joined. I want to welcome some of you guys. Type 1 if you've joined to be parts of Athena. I just paid. Thank you for the beautiful software. I'm excited to have you be part of it, and I'm more excited to actually educate you on how to use it. That's where you're going to see the real value. You're going to have certain features that you're going to combine with experience that will completely change everything for you. All right, we got a couple of ones. People have joined. Beautiful, beautiful. Only 1,500. I believe it's more than fair, so yes. Do you need to be 18 years old to get access to it? No, the software, you can access it at any age. It just depends on how old you are based off of your country to create an account for the type of market that you will be trading. But you could get educated on how to use the software at whatever age. It's crazy that we have traders at 16 years old, 15 years old. When I was 15, I was 16. I was thinking of going to the park to go skateboard. It's just crazy that people are getting educated this young into the financial markets. It's beautiful. I love it. What made you want to create this? Because I saw a very simple problem. People weren't identifying certain basic areas of interest, support and resistance correctly. And I'm like, okay, we can get a software that does it for them and they can stop making these mistakes. So I really got motivated from the results of people making very simple mistakes, very, very beginner mistakes. And they are even experienced traders still making these mistakes. For the workshop, will it be recorded? Yes, it's going to be recorded and it will be inside of your portal that you will get access to it, and you can go back and watch it however many times you want, and you will have access during the duration of your license. Yes, the guarantee is if you do not have a profitable month within the 6 months of your license, we will guarantee that we will work with you until you have a profitable month. Our goal is for you to make money. If you don't make money, we are not happy. For us, we're not satisfied, and our goal is for you to actually be profitable. A profitable 30 days, calendar 30 days, you need to be profitable in order for us to be satisfied with you. If you are not profitable, we will extend your license until you are profitable. I highly doubt that if you follow the indications that the software has identified for you, that you won't be profitable. I highly doubt it, but in the event that that were to happen, we will work with you until you do. I'm very confident in what I've created, and I'm very confident in the education that I'm going to give you. Yes, all the sessions are recorded. Correct. Is it for beginners? Beginners are able to get educated on how to use it. So yes, beginners can learn how to use it, but it's designed for serious traders. So if you're a beginner, and as long as you're a serious trader and you're ready to learn on how to use it and use it correctly, it is designed for you. So yes, beginners are able to get access to it. Can I still use it while at my job? If anything, this will make your trading a lot easier once you're at your job. What happens after the 6 months depends at where you are in your journey. If you're not profitable and you don't have a profitable month after 6 months, we will extend your license until you do. And if you're profitable and you would like to renew your license, at that time, there will be an option to do that. So what exactly is Athena? Yes, Athena is a software that will be identified for you, that will identify exactly what the market is doing. Is the market bullish or bearish? Is it at a strong support, strong resistance? Is it a good time to sell? Is it a good time to buy? Should you just stay away? This is the overall score. It does all the heavy lifting for you based off of math. Is the data accurate? Very accurate. Is Forex the best market to use with Athena? That's a good question, and it really comes down to how many of the opportunities would you want to take from Athena. I will say that there will be more opportunities in the foreign exchange market than the futures market or crypto market. So maybe it's better to trade the foreign exchange, but there's opportunities across the board. So what exactly Athena is? Okay, I see a couple of questions on this. Let me go back to these slides over here on exactly what Athena is. It's very simple on how Athena works, and it's based off of 3 very core pillars. So these 3 core pillars are going to be the backbone of how Athena works. I'm just going to find them here right now. All right, so it's consisted of 3 pillars. The first pillar is that Athena will literally do a top-down analysis of the market for you. It will identify for you what is a bullish market and what is a bearish market. It will literally determine if it's a high probability trade or a low probability trade, draw up the area of interest for you, round psychological, engulfing candles. It would literally like identify an engulfing candlestick, like, hey, this is an engulfing, this is not a good engulfing. It lets you know what's real from now. That's the first pillar, which is the charting of the market for you, which is a big mistake that a lot of traders make because they can't even do this basic part properly. So everything from here forward is already wrong. Next, it will minimize the risk and eliminates all of the emotion that comes into trading because it will not second guess the confluence. It will chart it up for you, it will grade it for you and let you know the confluences per time frame. So the second pillar is the backbone as to why it will actually remove all of your emotions for it. And then the third pillar, which I believe could be the most useful if executed correctly, and that is the strategic journaling. So you're going to know exactly why you are having certain wins and why you're having certain losses. And you can see these patterns happen. So you can catch the patterns from Athena. Whenever Athena identifies a 90% trade and identifies an 80% trade, maybe that 80% trade, if it's with a daily time frame that has higher confluences compared to the 90, maybe the 80 wins more. So this strategic journaling is very systematic and it doesn't change because the system does it. So this is a very powerful asset to you when it comes to journaling what the software does. You guys want to see another live demonstration? Okay, let me show you guys how Athena works live once again. Let me show you guys. Let me come over here. Could we show the website over here one more time? All right, perfect. So you guys can see there, Athena? Okay, so right here, for example, like give me a market, for example. What market would you guys want Athena to identify? Let's see. Whatever market you guys would want for Athena to identify, I will click on it. Euro USD, GBP USD, AUD USD. Okay, I'm just gonna go with whatever currency market. Let's say for example, let's go with AUD CHF. I want like a market that's at an all-time high. For example here, AUD CHF. Technically speaking, this market is indeed bearish. The weekly time frame, it has identified the trend, an area of interest, if it's at an EMA, round psychological level. This is the lower high, this is the lower low. Many mistakes that traders would make is they would identify it bullish based off of this market move right here. So Athena has identified this trade correctly based off of the weekly time frame. So this so far has graded it an 80%. Now you need to understand why it's graded it an 80%. Now same thing with the daily lower high and lower low. This is the correct lower high and lower low here. Lower high, lower low. This market is yet to break above or below the lower high, so this market is technically still bearish. So you should be looking for points to sell. Very simple. But right now, let's go to, let's say AUD NZD. Right now, this market is at an all-time high. So there's no area of interest, there's no EMA, there's no round psychological level, there's nothing. So this is graded as a 35% trade because it's not at an area of interest, it's just extremely bullish. Daily time frame is extremely bullish. 4-hour time frame is extremely bullish. It hasn't identified a good swing trade. Now, could there be a decent scalp trade? Could there be a decent lower time frame trade? Sure. We just have to go to that section and then we look at that trade there. So you can really play with this back and forth based off of the time frame and it will literally score the trade for you. I can go to any trade. CAD JPY, for example, based off of a swing trade, it would be graded as a 60%. Currently right now, this is the lower high. This is the lower low. This body candlestick has not closed above. It closes in the next 3 days. And once it closes, it will change the analysis of this trade. And if it does close above, but right now, technically it's bearish. And technically it's come back into that area of interest. Technically right now, the daily time frame is bullish. So this time frame being bullish, we're going against the weekly time frame. So it's letting you know over here that it's a counter trend trade. We're going against the higher time frames for a swing trade. And for the lower time frames, we're bullish. So the daily and the 4 hour are going against the weekly, which is against the higher time frames, making it a counter trend trade. So this is what it's identified. And so far it is a very high risk trade still. So this is what you would need to learn how to execute correctly in order for you to actually be able to optimize it the best. Now, once you play with it and you know how to go through every single setting is where the real advantageous edge comes into the market. Gold, sure, I'll look at gold. Gold works more for the scalping feature. XAUD So right now, gold is obviously very bullish. For a swing trade, graded it as a 40%. This would be considered the higher low. This would be considered the higher high. No real area of interest because there's no history to the left that it's ever been here before. Technically, the daily time frame is bullish. Now, all of these gaps and all of these fills will be filled. We're just going through a server update. Is currently bullish. So this is why this market is bullish. So it's rejecting and approaching the most accurate area of interest that it could get a hold of. But this market is still bearish in the 4 hour. That's the lower high. That's the lower low. We haven't shifted. So there's no real clear direction. This should be more of a scalp trade. So a scalp trade focuses more on this section here. But I want to lead the scalp trade for the people that are inside of Athena so I show them exactly how it works to be better. You want to see the scalping? I'm going to do that inside of because I don't want to confuse people with a custom feature that I have inside of the scalp section. But yes, that's pretty much how Athena works. It's cool. It literally lets you know exactly that it has. And then, I forgot to mention, we have these cool features as well where you can override it. So for example, let's say I go to another market, right, where it has more confluences. Let's say, for example, USD JPY, and I want to manually override the EMA. I can manually override, or I can reset it to what it previously is. So previously it has not identified it. If I want to override it, I could override it as well. If I go to my favorites, go up here to my favorite trades, I can remove it and it will obviously take it off of the grade, or I can reset to what it automatically does. There's many different features on Athena. So we can go back to the dashboard over here. That'd be perfect. To the presentation. Yes, the scalping is for once the people join. So yes, if you are not profitable using Athena now I will put this everywhere because I'm so confident that it will work. Let me put it up somewhere over here. Where is it? Right here. If you are not profitable within or if you're not profitable within a month, within your 6-month license, we will work with you until you do. You look short. I'm actually 6'2". Just the way the screen is huge. You guys are trolls today, huh? We got a lot of 6'7s in here, a lot of trolls. This is Athena. Yes. The scalping section is a custom feature that I want to educate people on how to use it because we have a lot of people in here that might want to steal my idea and they don't get access to Athena. And I want to keep this as proprietary as I can keep it. I want to keep it very exclusive for the people that are inside of Athena. What do you define as profitable? That's a good question. So I define a profitable trader once they know exactly what they're taking. I don't even base it off of a certain amount of money a month. I base it off of, okay, I know I entered this trade because of this confluence. I know I entered this trade because of this trend, and you being correct about that. So a profitable trader knows exactly what they're doing, even when they're making a mistake. And obviously some type of results behind that, not blowing an account, not losing consistently for over 5, 6 months, 6, 7 months. Don't spam the chat again, please. 6, 7. But my real purpose behind identifying a profitable trader is you knowing exactly why you're making a decision. There's so much information out there in the market that when you're able to distinguish what is something from what is not, that is when you have changed from being a curious trader and gaining knowledge to actually being a successful trader. So Athena is only available for 48 hours. Yes, you can only get access to it. And yeah, I'm going to be closing the live, guys, in the next 10 minutes. So let me head over here. I'm just going to answer a couple more questions before we wrap things up around here. So yes, Athena is still live, and we will work with you until you have your first profitable month. There's a work with Trading View. So the way it is designed is so Athena identifies the trade for you. It adds all the confluences here. And then you could go back to Trading View. You can adjust certain zones on your own chart. You can't copy and paste it. This is proprietary. This is our chart. So it's designed so it does all the heavy lifting for you. If you want to go and take this analysis that Athena has done into your own charts and optimize it, yes, but there's a way on how to do it. And that's what I want to educate you on how to do. I just joined. Thank you very much. Beautiful. I'm trying to read through some of the comments here, but they're flying. How does Athena work with offshore brokers or regulated brokers? It doesn't really work with any brokers. It just works with the market itself. Where you go take your trade, whether it's on a broker or a prop firm, that's entirely up to you. So it's just more about the actual trading aspect itself. After 48 hours, can I still get access? No, we will close access to Athena. And this is not being recorded, by the way. If you're here live, you're here live. As soon as we finish it, we're going to take it off. What's the win rate? Really depends on how you execute the trades and the amount of trades that you take. But it's more about avoiding unnecessary losses. So I can call the win rate 60, 65% win rate. It's very hard to tell because you need to determine what trade you're going to take. If you're going to take a trade that Athena identifies as a 30%, then obviously the odds of you winning will go low. So it really depends on how much confluences you actually wait for. And that's where your dashboard is set for, to be able to identify that for you. After the 6 months, what is your plan with Athena? Well, I want to collect as much possible data from people utilizing it, get people's feedback after using it for 2-3 months, and then I'm able to then update it for them inside of the remaining parts of their license. But I don't really have a thought out plan. I just want to make the best software for the people. And that's exactly where we are right now, which is the best that I can make it right now. And I'm only going to make it better once I have more people trading on it. Is Athena available on mobile? Yes. How can I get access to Athena? The link is right up there in the chat. So it sends you notifications. It will send you notifications. I just got access to it, bro. Thank you. No, thank you. Please be part of the live classes. Please use Athena, execute it. We need every single aspect of traders executing on it, so we are able to optimize it and make it better. Talk about crypto. Crypto, I am in a lot of drawdown in crypto right now. So just have to set and forget pretty much. Will I have time if I am in school? Yes, once you join and get access to Athena, we will have a walkthrough call where I will do a poll and ask what's the best time for people to join, and whatever the majority votes, we will have hybrid days. Some days will be in the morning, other days will be in the afternoon, so we can target for everybody around the world. But even if you're in school, you will have access to the recordings on how to be able to use it the best. Can I renew my subscription? You haven't even started yet. You can't renew something that hasn't started yet. Does it work in Africa? Yes, it works everywhere in the world. Why is it so expensive? I don't consider this to be expensive at all, actually. I believe it's very undervalued. I see it as very inexpensive for what it does. The mentorship alone should be well over that. Just having 10 days of being educated on how to use something should be well over this. But everybody has a different perception on what they believe is expensive or not, depending on their situation. Yes, it works for beginners. Does it tell you to hold trades over the weekend? It will identify a certain take profit depending on the type of trade that you're taking that can lead you to hold the trade throughout the weekend, yes. The price is very fair. I believe the price is more than fair. And if I were to ever do this again in the future, it would not be priced at this. It would definitely be more. But my goal is to not have another version of this anytime soon. It's just make this the best possible right now for the current people that are part of it. Is the coaching itself the real value? It's a combination of both. The software alone, like I mentioned, is not enough. You need to learn how to use the software correctly. Will it say when to enter? It will score it for you when is the best time to enter, but you still need to make that decision of yourself if you want to click that buy or sell button. It's still ultimately up to you to click that buy or sell button. Will there be another chance to get access in 6 months? Most likely not. I doubt it. How do I get access to it? Checkout should be upstairs. Why only 48 hours? Because we want to work with the people that are ready to take action now. Usually the people that take action now will use the software the most, and then we're actually able to optimize that data the best that we can. So yes, I'm closing the live now in 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Just answering the last couple of these questions. Yes, the coaching and the 10-day workshop will be on how to use the software correctly. What happens if I don't succeed? If you don't succeed, it's exactly what this says right here on the big screen. We will work with you until you succeed. If you are not profitable and you don't have a 30-day window where you are profitable, we will give you access to it and work with you until you do. So our guarantee is that it is that powerful. And if you don't succeed, we will work with you until you do. Does it work on mobile phone? Yes. I like it on the desktop best, but yes, it does work on the mobile phone. What about XRP? Same thing, all crypto across the board is being affected equally. What if you can't afford it? Well, this just isn't the time for you. There will be something else for you, or maybe something else that makes sense for you, but this is a tool that I wish that I had when I got started. It just centralizes and simplifies anything. When I got started, this just didn't even exist. So after 6 months, yes, correct. The coaching is a really good option. Thank you for that. I really want to get educated. So someone was part of the perfect trade checklist and they weren't successful, and because they weren't educated on how to use it. Now he joined, then yes, you will get access to it. Correct. You will get access to the education. So you need to learn how to use it to optimize it. Yes. Correct. Who is we on the team? I have a team of developers that honestly know how to put all of this together. Shout out to my team of developers across the globe. Without them, this would not be possible. I had an idea and I had data and I didn't know what to do with it. I got the best developers all together, and them were able to create such an effective and simple platform to be able to represent all of the information that was being collected accurately. So yeah, my team has done an amazing job creating an amazing product. And I'm very happy to be here today and present it. How much is the renewal? I'm not focused on the renewal. I care about the best people to join now so they optimize it and make it better. But yeah, for now, what matters is if you're not successful and you have a 30-day window, we will extend your license at no cost. What about SPX 500? It will mainly work with the scalping just because of where the market is placed. It's not working in Ethiopia. Maybe, not sure what's going on there. I'm excited. I'm ready for the live classes. I'm very excited as well. Yep. Will I get a wristband? Yes. So we have a limited amount of people that will get access to this wristband. Yes, we will figure out how we're going to do this. We are trying to get this out in bulk, but we're trying to figure it out. Can you split the payment? Yes, you can split the payment. You can finance. You should have an option at the checkout depending on you and where you are in the world. Is it worth it if I haven't traded yet? I believe it will save you many losses and many hurdles throughout your journey. So yes, if you've never traded before, I believe it will be an asset that you won't even know how powerful it is because you haven't gone through the difficulties of traders going through those losses and dealing with those emotions. So yes, if you haven't traded, yes. Why only 6 months? Because it's that powerful that I need to be able to just centralize all that information in just 6 months. So a 6-month license will be more than enough time for us to be able to optimize the data. And it's very expensive to obtain this. So anything after 6 months will pretty much be negative on it, because having that many users at the same time, collecting that data, paying these devs full time to just be able to maintenance it is very expensive. It's not just like a pair of shoes that you just create and you can wear them into the sole falls off. No, software needs constant update, especially when there's a large amount of people using it every single time. And you can literally make the investment by avoiding one single losing trader, avoiding one prop firm that you fail. Will AI take over traders? No, I don't believe AI will take over traders anytime soon. You guys need to remember, trading is an end-zero game. So if someone's making money, someone else has to be losing it somewhere in the world. So no, there's no way of just somebody making all the money because somebody has to lose it. So no, that will never happen. What happens after I join Athena? You will see the steps once you join after. Yes, the link to get access is right up there. So I'm going to be ending this call in 2 minutes, ladies and gentlemen. So any final questions, please feel free to ask it here. Where's my wristband? Well, if you got access to Athena, we're going to be in communication to try our best to get it out to you. I don't do e-commerce, so I don't know how to do this at scale. So we're going to try and figure it out as best. So what's the guarantee again? The guarantee is right here on the presentation. We will work with you until you have a profitable month. So if you don't have any results in your 6-month license, we will work with you until you do. We will extend your license for free. Stock market or Forex market? I love the Forex market much better, much more opportunity, more volatility. So you're going to teach us yourself. Yes, I will be teaching you guys live on how to use the software, correct? So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, we'll take it here to the last couple of slides. So everyone who stayed into the end, I just want to remind you guys that the Blindspot is real, the system is real, and the results are very real. So day 1 of the workshop will be this upcoming Sunday that is coming up. So I will see you guys inside. For those of you guys that don't join Athena, trade smart. Make sure you're using risk management and are trying your best to identify what is real from what is fake. The link is live right now. We will leave it in the link for a couple of minutes. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed this presentation. And thank you very much for being here. I will see you guys inside of Athena. And reach out to my team if you guys have any questions. Hope you guys enjoyed this event. I've enjoyed the last several months of creating this, the sleepless nights to make sure that it's perfect, and just the idea behind it. I believe it's going to be very great with the data that I am consuming with the traders that are using it. And yeah, thank you guys very much. I'll see you guys in the next event. See you guys. Thank you. Take my phone.